Dear students, this book is being dedicated to you. It's a team effort of we 10 officers. Of course, our senior most officer, Brigadier Chandil sir, has been the guideline, who has given us the guidelines, and thereafter we have worked upon it. Colonel Moore sir, he's also worked on it. Of course, I, Dr. Arun Shukla, have been at this job for 30 years now. So we have been using all our psychological and experience to help you. Major Virat Mishra is a very strong luminary of La Military Academy. He was a serious topper, and he went on to not only complete his 5 years in the armed forces, then he went on to clear the IAS exam, joined in the railway traffic services, and thereafter he went on to become the OSD to the Power Minister to help the UP state, and presently he is working on many defense strategies program, including this one where he helped us. Colonel Abrar Ahmed is another person who has also helped us hugely in picking up data so that we can come up with a good book. Then, of course, Lieutenant Commander Shivang Dixit, he has also been ADC to the governors, and he's also been on to defense strategies, presently working at headquarters in Delhi at a different level, particularly into defense strategies and research. After his Navy adventure has been over. Now here Dr. Archana ma'am, she has been very helpful in helping us guidelines for the girls, particularly because her experience is very wide in girls, particularly related to the cross-cultural aspects and the socio-cultural aspects of the girls. Then Wing Commander Anjali Mishra, she has also been an officer, now presently working in corporate area, but before that her experience in the Air Force has been very wonderful and has been one of the directives for writing the books. We cannot forget Squadron Leader Subodh Dixit. He is a very, very prominent person, well-known Air Force officer who, though retired of course, who is presently with the HAL in Amethi, but along with it he is a very strong commentator for the Air Force and has been very active during this MiG-21 ceremony. He was one of the main persons who had been performing at the level he was told, and he has also many other great achievements. He has been a rise from the ground to a great sky, very inspiring for a lot of service personnel, one should learn from. Then Major Praveen Singh, he presently is in Raipur running a wonderful training school for the students coming to the armed forces. He has been a para officer who has done extremely well, has been a great inspiration for many. He has been a great mentor and motivator. Now we team of 10 have come up with this book, SSB Master Notes. Yes, our channel is also there to support you, to help. Presently, I have been given the task to educate you about the different aspects, but later on in times ahead, you'll be having more officers helping you with other inputs from different parts of the country. Now here we come down to this book is, what are we really doing is, as I have told you, you can see the entire editorial board. We have worked very hard. So I hope you love this book. This book is a very well illustrated, very easy to understand, and should be mastered by all of you. That is why we call it SSB Master Notes. Here in this book, you are having lots of chapters. We are covering all the aspects. Why you want to join the armed forces, what are the different reasons. The service selection board, we're going to tell what it is all about. Then SSB process for Army, Navy, Air Force is also well illustrated so that you can understand everything. Then we have OIR scale, Officer Intelligence Rating Scale, which is going to be the reasoning part, which will identify how well you score. So that is also there. Plus we have also given you a lot of tests also, screening process. In this OIR, we have not only explained you, but we have also given you a lot of practice tests with answers so that you can solve and become capable to perform excellently there. Now then we come down to the screening part, screening process. We have taught in elaboration, we have written in detail, and you can learn in detail about the story writing during PPDT exercise, which is the screening stage. Then we have also talked about narration, how you have to work upon your narration. There are many people who are able to write some story. There are many people who are not able to write some story. Number two, there are many people who are able to write good stories, but they are not able to narrate properly. So when they are not able to narrate, speak properly, we do not find them fit for a post of officer. Third thing which we've got is the group discussion, where we look at your cooperativeness, your effectiveness among the group members, how will you speak, how will you do, how will you convince others. That's all taken into account. This is what you have to learn. Now you are coming from different domains, you are coming from different backgrounds, but you will not be able to become a great speaker overnight. But this book will help you to step by step move to that side. We are also coming up with good books related to mastering lecturates, mastering group discussions, and so that you all people can benefit and become an outstanding personality, and outstanding personality in the sense of thinking, in sense of speaking, in sense of delivery, and in sense of acting. Here we come down. Acting doesn't mean like the actors. We are talking of real life heroes. We are not talking of real life heroes. Mind that. Now we come down to an analytical group case. We have explained there how people write stories, what goes wrong with them. We have tried to make it very transparent for your understanding. Then we have got another thing, understanding officer-like qualities. Very important chapter, because this is the parameter of how you officer-like qualities are seen in you, and you should be knowing about it. Remember, officer-like qualities are all there in you. You all have some qualities or the other, and frankly speaking, those 15 qualities are evident in our day-to-day life. But some people use it regularly, whereas some people keep it in the storage bank and they don't use it. And as a result, they are not able to become confident as they are supposed to be. So therefore, officer-like qualities, if you will understand, I'm sure you will open that casket, you will open out that box, and thereafter get into action. Then we have got something to tell you about PIQ, that is about your personal information questionnaire. Then we've got to tell something about story writing. What is story writing, how you'll do it. Then we've got about word association test, how you're going to make your sentence, how you reflect your thoughts, how you correct your thoughts also. Second, we are going to talk about situation reaction test. This is very important in life. Life is not a bed of roses. It is a tough place also. So if you want to make it a bed of roses, you got to know how to decode a situation, how to react to a situation, how to resolve a situation. It will help you in your day-to-day life. God bless you. You join armed forces. You don't, then also you will learn a lot how to become a very good, not only survivor, but a warrior, a winner. So remember to read all this. Then you come down to self-description test. This is about samples, how people have written and what should be written. Then we've got interview, which is very detailed, covering all these type of questions. You have to work hard and complete them. Then we come down to group discussion. We have taught you what is the purpose of group discussion, what is the modus operandi, how you do it, what are the ways to do it well, what are the examples, so you will learn something. Then we've got group planning exercise, which is a very important exercise. How you identify the exercise, how do you identify the problems, how do you write it, how do you solve it. I'm sure this will improve your confidence and make you rocking. Then we got progressive group tasks. This is another thing which is part of the test exercise. So you will be having structures. They will teach you not only rules, but also teach you why the structure. So if you've got an intelligent mind, you can get the situation right there at your door. And this book is very, very helpful, particularly for girls who have limited exposure opportunity in the present time. So they can from their home also study everything and perform excellently well. Then we've got group obstacle race, which is there in the test. So how will you perform in the group obstacle? The structures are there. So in the lecturate, you will be getting an idea how to format your lecturate, how you're going to make it better, how you're going to write the thoughts, how you're going to create your thoughts, and how you're going to confidently deliver. There are a lot of examples given. Yes, our YouTube channel is also going to help you. We are also coming up with a book with mastering lecturate, so you'll learn very much. These other books which we are going to give you a helping will be mostly e-books. so that it is cheaper, economical and easier for you to handle, and you can certainly use it in your best way. Then we come down to individual obstacle tasks, where you will learn what are the different physical things, how to perform in it, certain guidelines, but a format and exposure will help you. Then we've got half group tasks, where the group gets into half position. Now here, how will you perform? Those guidelines there. There is a example half group task also there. Then we've got individual command tasks. In this, we're going to tell you about how the task is done, how you are supposed to command, how you're supposed to react, and what is the purpose of it. So if you will understand all this, you'll perform well. Nobody is a born hero. Nobody is a born hero. Everybody learns here on earth. So if you are ready to learn, this book is going to help you do well in life. But remember one thing, in spite of good number of books, good amount of teaching, there are some people who never improve because their basic intelligence, they don't want to improve. So please apply your basic intelligence and you will rock well, and you will still rise up in your life and certainly enjoy it better. Now we come down to final group tasks, and this you will all come together, and here again they will check. Then we have conference, where you sit down in front of the officer. What are the different questions? What are the different answers? What is the different purpose? What is the different logic? We have explained that. Then last, reasons for not getting recommended. If you don't get selected, do your self-analysis. There are many people who do not understand that. So if you will do analysis, so next time you go in SSB, you'll do better. You'll get selected for sure. And last is OLQ assessment scale, which is going to expose you how OLQs are picked up from stories, from VAT, from SRTs, from your day-to-day behavior. So if you are able to construct your behavior, construct your personality, the world is ready to welcome you. Let's go further into getting an idea. This is the specimen of why join the armed forces. You have different reasons. You'll be studying further chapters, further pages, but we have given you the first one to make you understand how we have covered all the aspects. It will also give you the reason why you should join the armed forces. Next, we've got the second part, Then we've got about service selection board. We have written what is the reason, history behind it, what are the other aspects, what is the process. We have explained everything in details. So I'm sure you will learn something out of it. Then we come down into the specimen 3 about SSB process, because there is variety in different SSB centers, AFSB, Naval FSB, even Coast Guard. Everything is written, what are the different process, clearing all your doubts dot to dot and keeping none of the doubts alive. That is the purpose. Now we go down to your officer intelligence test. It is going to talk about the different OIR analogy. We are covering all of them separately first, and thereafter we are going to come up with your specimens of the in this. Once we have done this, we have also created a test series where you have got 50-50 questions and you are covering up all of them. Is it clear? So you will do it detail. Now we come down to the screening process of story writing. We have explained you how you are supposed to write. We have given this. We have also given you a lot of examples so you can study from that. And then you will learn from something. In the specimen, we have tried to do one thing. As in PPDT, you get simple single story. Everybody writes different story. That's exactly what we have demonstrated. We have shown one person is written, this is the story. One person written, this is the story. And we have also evaluated why the person has been appreciated for the story or not selected for the story. So you will learn a lot what not to do. Then we come down to your screening process of narration. We have got to be very clear. Your speaking has to be clear. It has to be readable. It should be very, very firm and loud enough so that everybody understands, and confident. That's exactly what we have done here. Now we come down to the other part where we are talking about the group discussion, because there is a purpose of group discussion in screening and you have to identify what it is. There are many people who learn to speak but they have no direction of speech. This is something which you're going to learn here, and you get an idea, you'll have examples, you learn from that. Now once you're done with this, you will come down to your specimen stories also. In those stories, group discussion stories, we have told you story. Here we have shown you how different stories, what is the psychologist's note, what is the result, what is the psychologist's note, what is the result. This way you'll get an idea, complete idea, how different stories are created and how different stories are evaluated. So you'll have no confusions. It's a very commonsensical test. So remember, that is very important. Then we come down to your psychological part, stage 2. That means after you get screened in, you need to understand what is officer-like qualities. We've explained it in detail so that you can understand, because this is the parameter of selection. Now once you're done with this, we'll come down with your PIQ. What is PIQ? It is the biodata. Your biodata is very important. Many of you do not pay attention to it. You write it casually. You think God is going to evaluate you. I'm sorry, the SSRs are human and they also can do errors if you do not speak and clearly speak what you are. So if you are well, not writing your full detail, there is a possibility they'll misunderstand you. So PIQ is going to do that, make you understand what is to be done. We have given sample PIQs of people who have been recommended, how they wrote, how they were assessed. So you will learn from this. Then you've got this kind of PIQ which is there, and this why you should write, what you should write. We have tried to explain very clearly. It is also for the service personnel, where this is the back portion of that PIQ. And then you have a PIQ for service personnel also, which is to make you understand how you are supposed to fill. Once you are done, then we come down to your story writing. There's a complete chapter which is going to explain you what is story writing, how you reflect your emotions, and you must be truthful to yourself, be truthful to the board, but do not let your pen write nonsense which you are imagining out of your wildness. Don't do that. Be sensible, get through. Then we've got VAT association test. We have given you certain basic advice. We've given you examples. You learn from that. You learn how to write your VAT from your heart. Do not copy. It is all learning from your heart. We are not telling you to learn things. We are telling you to understand. Then you have situation reaction test where you're going to learn everything as I told you. You will learn. So that will be very good for you, because now you will be able to understand what is to be done. Now in self-description test, we will tell you this test, what is the purpose and what you have to do. We have given examples, you will learn from them. Then you've got another aspect, interview. It's a detailed study. It's covering all the different questions, covering your body language, covering your dress style, your personal details as well. Then we've got sample interview. We have given that. So anybody who's been selected, you can read, you can understand what kind of interview was there. Then we have got another thing is your SSB interview practice sheet, which is covering all the questions so that you can be well prepared and you will be crystal clear of what you have to speak there. Then once you've done this, we'll come down to a group discussion. In group discussion, there is a purpose. What are you supposed to speak? How you are supposed to speak? How you are to approach? We are all covered it up. The book has been detailed on that aspect. I am sure you will learn. There are many examples. What are the topics? How you will speak? What should be the relevance? We have tried to tell you. Then we come down to group planning exercise. We have again shown you how the group planning has to be done. We may have an example. We have examples where we have put a group planning. We have written down how it is to be done. So you will learn from this. Then we have got another thing. We are covering your progressive group task. We have explained you. We have also shown you this in structures. You can learn from the structures how to perform. There is a detailed system there. Then we have got group obstacle race. We are going to tell you how you are supposed to perform. But again, we follow it with structures. Everything is well defined in structures and you can understand. Read and understand. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Now we come down to lecturate part. We have taught you how important it is to speak clearly, how to develop thoughts so that we don't get lost. We are able to speak 3 minutes. I am speaking continuously. Why? Because I have experienced, I have practiced, and I am now competent enough to give long lectures. But same can you. There is no doubt. Now here we go down to in this. Also in lecturate, we have explained how you can develop your points. Then we come down to your individual obstacle tasks. We explain you what are the different obstacle tasks. We show you via the diagrams also what are the different things which you are supposed to do, how you are supposed to jump. You'll get an idea, you will understand everything. for the boys and the girls, everything has been well covered. Now we come down to half group tasks. Again, a structure has been shown, solutions have been shown, so you can understand for certain level. From a distance, it's good enough. It is very well detailed. Now then we come down to individual command tasks. What are the structures to do? But it is not enough. We have also shown you certain diagrams, explained you how it is to be solved. So one example can help you clarify what is your role to be done. Now we come down to final group tasks. In this again we have given you not only directives but also given you structures so that you can identify what is to be done. Followed by conference. Now conference is the last point, but many people do not realize it is a very, very deciding point. This is the time when all the assessors come together. They decide in terms of your scoring, how well you've done, what you've not done. So they basically identify. We have identified the dresses. We have told you everything what you're supposed to do. Why? There is nothing very important that these directives are very, very important. But yes, they are important. If you will follow them, you will do better, you will perform better, you will be confident of yourself. And last but not the least, when you do not get, you should know what are the reasons that you did not get recommended. So that's exactly what we do. And then the book also covers up your entire specimen, like why, which quality, how did they pick in story, how did they pick in VAT, everything is well specified. And last but not the least, this book is available now on Amazon. This is the book there. We have made it as discountable as we can. But there is a direct link for the book which is there. I'm sure you can pick it up. For the service entry people serving in the borders, there are so many people who keep writing to me every day. Many officers who have told me that I should come up with this video as soon as possible. The entire video is in front to give you an overview. We will be coming up with many assisting books which will help people become a better person for tomorrow. Of course, clear the SSB and become an officer. But even if God unwilling, you don't make it as an officer, I'm sure you will become a wonderful person, wonderful citizen, wonderfully capable, because times ahead are very tough. This book is not about values alone. It's about pragmatic values. It's about practical values. How to manage the dynamics. So learn the dynamics and God bless you. Best luck. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.